Let's talk about turning trash into treasure, specifically those old wooden pallets behind the hardware store. Most people see junk, but I see the foundation of a backyard garden. Pallets are the unsung heroes of DIY gardening, cheap, sturdy, and full of potential. Forget expensive raised bed kits. With a little sweat and creativity, you can build something beautiful and useful for next to nothing. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or a total newbie, pallet beds are simple, effective, and rewarding. There's real satisfaction in transforming a neglected corner into a thriving patch of green. It's not about perfection, it's about progress and pride in what you build. Today I'll show you how to turn discarded wood into a garden you'll love. We'll cover everything from finding the right pallets to filling your bed with rich soil. Ready to get started? Let's turn that pile of pallets into your new favorite spot. First, you need to find the right pallets. Not all pallets are created equal, and choosing the right ones is the foundation for a safe and successful garden bed project. Skip the big box stores, try local garden centers or hardware shops, and always ask before taking. These places often have pallets that are less likely to be contaminated and are happy to see them reused. Look for pallets stamped HT for heat treated, safe for growing food. Heat treatment kills pests without chemicals, making these pallets ideal for garden use. Avoid anything marked MB. That's a chemical you don't want near your veggies. MB stands for methyl bromide, a toxic pesticide that can linger in the wood and leach into your soil. If there's no stamp, leave it behind. Unmarked pallets could have been treated with unknown chemicals or exposed to hazardous materials. Inspect for rot, big cracks or spills. A few dings are fine, but you want solid wood. Pallets that are soft, moldy or stained may not last and could introduce unwanted substances into your garden. Wear gloves and check for loose nails. Pallet wood can be rough and splintery, and stray nails are a common hazard. Once you've got your pallets, it's time to break them down. Stack your chosen pallets in a dry spot and get your tools ready. Use a pry bar and hammer to carefully pull the planks apart. Patience pays off here. Rushing can split the wood, or cause injury, so take your time and work methodically. Remove any leftover nails or staples. These can damage your tools later or pose a risk when assembling your bed. Scrub the boards with water and a stiff brush. No soap needed. This helps remove dirt, dust, and any lingering residues from the wood's previous life. Let them dry in the sun. Sunlight not only dries the wood, but also helps kill off any remaining bacteria or mold spores. Choose the sturdiest planks for your bed's walls. Thicker, straighter boards will make your garden bed stronger and last longer through the seasons. This prep work sets you up for a safe, long-lasting garden bed. Taking the time now means fewer problems and repairs down the road. Remember, safety first, shortcuts never. Always use protective gear and keep your workspace tidy to avoid accidents. With clean, dry wood, you're ready to build. Your careful prep ensures your garden bed will be both beautiful and safe for your plants. The right start makes all the difference. A well-prepared foundation leads to a thriving garden and a project you can be proud of. Let's move on to assembly and turn your prepped wood into a beautiful, functional garden bed. Time to build your raised bed. Start with 4 sturdy corner posts, either store-bought or made by nailing thick pallet planks together. Lay out your posts where you want the bed. A 4x4 or 4x8-foot rectangle is ideal. Attach the bottom plank to 2 posts with long deck screws. Screws hold better than nails. Stack more planks above, leaving small gaps for drainage or fitting them tight for solid walls. Build up to 2 or 3 planks high, about 12 to 18 inches deep. Check that your corners are square and your walls straight as you go. For longer beds, add a vertical support plank inside the long walls for extra strength. These braces prevent bowing from heavy soil. Once assembled, step back and admire your handiwork. You've built a sturdy, functional garden bed for almost nothing. It's not fancy, but it's honest and built to last. Next up, making it plant-ready. Before adding soil, line your bed. Lay down thick cardboard on the bottom to smother weeds and add organic matter as it breaks down. Staple heavy-duty landscape fabric to the inside walls. This keeps soil in and lets water drain. Now let's talk soil. Don't just dump in cheap topsoil. Your plants deserve better. Use the rule of thirds. Mix equal parts compost, peat moss, or coconut coir, and perlite or vermiculite. Compost feeds your plants, peat moss or coir holds moisture. and perlite or vermiculite keeps the soil loose and airy. Mix it all in a wheelbarrow or layer and blend it right in the bed. Fill to the top, the soil will settle. This rich mix gives your plants the best start. Your bed is now ready for planting. Let's talk lessons learned. My first attempt at building a pallet bed, it was a complete disaster. I was so eager to get started that I didn't even check for the HT stamp on the wood. Turns out, that little detail matters a lot, so I ended up having to tear the whole thing down and start from scratch. It was frustrating, but it taught me a lesson I'll never forget. Now, I always make sure to check every single piece of wood for the right stamp before I even think about building. It's a simple step, but it saves so much time and trouble down the line. On my next try, I thought I had it all figured out. I built a long raised bed, but I skipped adding central supports because I wanted to save time and effort. Just a week later, after a heavy rain, I noticed the walls were bowing out from the weight of the wet soil. The sides started to bulge, and I realized my shortcut had backfired. I had to shovel out all the dirt, reinforce the bed with sturdy braces, and basically rebuild it from the ground up. It was a lot of extra work, but I learned that shortcuts rarely pay off in the garden. Now, I always over-engineer from the start. A few extra screws and supports can save you hours of frustration later. It's better to build it strong the first time than to fix it over and over. But for every mistake, there have been some real wins too. Those moments make all the effort worthwhile. One of my favorite projects was building a potato bed just one plank high, then adding more layers as the plants grew taller. When it was time to harvest, all I had to do was unscrew the sides and the potatoes tumbled out. No digging required. It felt like magic. The real reward, though, is picking fresh vegetables for dinner straight from the garden. There's nothing like the taste of homegrown food you nurtured yourself. Every mistake along the way has taught me something new, and every successful harvest reminds me why I keep coming back to this project. Pallet beds are surprisingly forgiving. Even if you mess up, you can always fix it, learn, and improve for next time. That's the beauty of working with your hands. The best part is seeing what you built with your own hands come to life and thrive, season after season. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty, make mistakes, and try again. That's how you grow as a gardener and as a person, because in the end, that's where the real magic happens, right in the middle of the mess, learning and growing with every step. If you're just starting out, don't feel pressured to go big right away. Begin with a small space. A 4x4 raised bed is ideal for beginners and perfect for growing a handful of herbs or a few favorite veggies. This size is easy to manage, and you'll be surprised by how much you can harvest from such a compact area. Keeping things small means less stress and more enjoyment. You won't get overwhelmed, and you'll have the chance to learn as you go, making adjustments each season. It's a great way to build confidence and skills without biting off more than you can chew. Remember, gardening is about the journey as much as the results. A small, well-tended garden will reward you with healthy plants and a sense of accomplishment. It's better to have a thriving little patch than a large, neglected one that feels like a chore. If you're already comfortable in the garden, pallet beds are a fantastic way to experiment. Try out new crops, test different soil mixes, or play with companion planting, all without a huge investment of time or money. Pallet beds are flexible and can be moved or changed up as your interests grow. Don't be afraid to get creative with your garden shape and layout. Build L-shaped or tiered beds to maximize your space, or tuck a raised bed into a sunny corner that might otherwise go unused. Unique designs can add personality and function to your yard. Before you start building, take a few days to watch how the sun moves across your yard. Most vegetables need at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight each day to thrive, so pick a spot that gets plenty of light. This simple step can make all the difference in your harvest. Place your bed near a water source if you can. Hauling heavy watering cans across the yard gets old fast, and easy access to water will help you keep your plants healthy, especially during hot spells. Take a little time to plan your layout and measure your space. Good planning now saves a lot of hassle later, helping you avoid mistakes and make the most of your garden area. Don't hesitate to ask for help. Building a garden bed is much easier and more enjoyable with friends or family. Working together not only lightens the load, but also creates memories and strengthens bonds. Gardening is a wonderful way to teach kids about where food comes from, how plants grow, and the importance of caring for the earth. Involving children makes the experience richer for everyone. The conversations, teamwork, and laughter you share in the garden are just as valuable as the vegetables you harvest. These moments create lasting connections and memories. Pallet gardening isn't just about growing food, it's about growing connections, learning together, and building something meaningful as a community. So gather your tools, invite a friend, and let's build something beautiful together. That's it, a simple guide to turning pallets into a productive garden bed. Now it's your turn. Grab some pallets, build your bed, and start growing. Share your stories, your wins, and your lessons with the Soil Stories community. We learn and grow together, every success and every mistake. If this guide helped, pass it on to a friend or neighbor. The more gardens we build, the stronger our community becomes. Subscribe for more practical guides and inspiration. The best things in life start humble. A pallet, a seed, a patch of dirt. Go get your hands dirty. Be part of the story.